Hello, and welcome to the Church of Fuck You. I'm St. Patrick. Well, I have compiled minutes and minutes of research to come up with the top reasons, well, not really the top, but the 5 reasons mostly used by people as to why they hate the government. Let's jump right into it. Number 5, they lie. Now, if it's, hey, they have weapons of mass destruction, or if you like your plane, you can keep it, the government has been known to lie their ass off. And I guess what's funny with most people, that if you're in politics or if you follow politics, it's kind of like an accepted, evil. Hey, this is what they do. But from the people on the outside, how can you really trust, or how can you really believe in or support a government official when you really can't believe half the shit they say? So that's number 5. Number 4, corruption. Now, this is, you all know, and again, I'm going to try to focus this on, the U.S. government, because one, I really never lived in another country, so I don't know other governments. But the amount of corruption in the U.S. government is particularly wonderful. I mean, honestly, it's like if you were to steal and lie and cheat, say, in the outside public world, that would be either considered a crime or immoral. But if you do it in politics, it's just a part of politics. If if you're a part of the government and you do that, then hey, that's just being a part of the government. That's what they do. Yeah, it's ridiculous. And a lot of people are mad and angry and frustrated that they can't get their voices heard because they don't have enough money to get their voices heard. And that's not what the government's supposed to be about. It's supposed to be about helping the people and actually representing the people who elected you in. Not so much the people who can give you the biggest campaign contribution. And that's what seems to be happening a lot. All right, number 3. We're just going to roll right along. Number 3, overstepping their place. Now, whether it's trying to tell people who they can and can't marry, or trying to regulate your diet and fat intake, the government seems to have this place now where they feel like they know better than you and that they can control you and dictate your life. And a lot of people aren't cool with that. Technically, they work for us. And you want to know how, I guess, overstepping their bounds or overstepping their place. I'm not going to get into the whole healthcare thing. But just for the simple thing like gun control, the gun control. From my understanding, 70% of the latest poll, 70% of the people are in favor of stricter gun controls. And the government apparently can't do shit about it. Now, 70% of the population are like, hey, let's make it a little harder to get guns. The government is like, no, fuck that, we don't want to do it, so guess what? It's not getting done. Really, I mean, like, who's working for who? It's interesting. And a lot of people are frustrated with that. A lot of people are mad about that because they feel like, hey, you're supposed to be working for us. We're not supposed to be your subjects. You're supposed to be our representative. Let's get it right. Number 2. This is my personal favorite. Incompetent. Completely and utterly incompetent. Whether it's, a federal agency specifically designed and specifically set up to respond to emergencies, taking a week to respond to an emergency, or to, the government spending over $350 billion to create a website that doesn't work, or the FDA, approving a drug and then 6 months later saying, don't take this drug, it'll kill you. It's a complete fucking joke. I mean, utterly joke. Just to give you a wonderful example of incompetence. The government agency actually, what was it? Hold on. The government agency actually sent guns to drug lords with the sole purpose of tracking them. And they forgot to fucking track them. Complete and utter incompetence. And every time this incompetence comes out, what is their excuse? I didn't know. We didn't know. It's amazing to me how the government, for some reason, think ignorance is a good thing. How competent can you be when the government doesn't even know what the fuck the government is doing? Let's get it together, people. And then, the wonderful thing that just came out now about the VA hospital and how, 42 veterans died waiting for an appointment, and some veterans it takes months and months to actually get an appointment, and people are wondering why people are against a government-run healthcare system. Okay, we need competence. We need to know that you're going to actually do the job right. And if you can't even handle the veterans, how in the hell are you going to handle 315 million people? You can't even handle the small group, and you want to take care of everybody? Yeah, come on now. The last one, and whatever. The last one, number one. This is what I found. Like I say, after countless minutes of research. The good just does not outweigh the bad. Now, I've been getting into arguments with some people about the government and, hey, maybe the government isn't as good as it is, and blah, blah, whatever. And the quote that I always get is, well, you like driving on roads, don't you? Well, the government's in charge of making roads. Why? Okay, let's counter that. There are people right now being bombed in other countries by this government for the simple reason that we think there's a terrorist there. We are killing women and children, but apparently that's somehow justified and okay because we have paved roads. Let's go back to the FDA and all the dumb shit that they're doing as far as approving drugs and pretty much making Americans guinea pigs while we test to see if this drug really is going to shut down your kidney or your liver and you're going to die. But that's okay because we have paved roads. I mean, as of now, we have a system where everything you do is fucking tracked and checked and stored away into some database. But again, we don't need privacy because we have paved roads. I can go on and on with this, but the point is, there are just some things that the government does that it doesn't justify them being fucking here. Now, before you go off on a rant, I'm not saying that, we should get rid of the government. I'm not saying that the government is evil. And I'm not saying any of the things that you might, that might be running through your brain. What I am saying is there are people in this world who do not like the way the government is set up, who do not like the way the government runs. And they feel like a animosity or anger towards it. And a lot of people immediately dismiss them as, oh, you're just some, tin hat foil, anarchist, and you just want everything to be crazy. No. We don't want shit to be crazy. We want shit to be right. And it's not right. And to argue that the government should just be here because it should be here is just a bullshit argument. All right, man, that's it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. This is St. Patrick. I'll see you later.